Hi guys, this is Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. I'm also known as Bubbles on Ice. You can find me on several other platforms such as Tumblr, Instagram, and also on Patreon. If you are interested in my content when it comes to celebrity tarot readings, consider to visit my Patreon because I do much more exclusive, longer, and more detailed readings there. I also do a lot of 18 plus themed tarot readings for celebrities as well. And you also have the opportunity to request for love readings or career readings for you personally. I also do twin flame readings and so on and so on. So take a look. Everything is in my bio. Today we are going to do a requested reading uh, for Felix from Stray Kids. This is a reading that was requested from one of my followers on Tumblr. So we got to take a look at Felix generally, um, about his personality, what is going on for him, whatever the cards wants to reveal for us. Guys, if you are new to my channel, just know that I am completely aware that I do have a lot of errors when it comes to my grammar and pronunciation and so on and so on. That is because I'm not a native English speaker. So I do sometimes struggle with finding the right words, but I think I'm doing better and better every day. And I do think that people are able to understand me quite well. If not, there is an option called transcription underneath my videos so that you're able to get everything texted. And if by chance that you still need more clarification, just let me know. Just send me a DM or maybe make a comment or something. Now, these cards are telling me that Felix is a very intuitive person. He is asked to let go of logic and just trust his intuition, and he is encouraged to expand his thinking. Um, I think that he is the type of person that has a belief in things that cannot be explained rationally, like spirituality. I think he believes that there's more to our existence than what we can see and perceive. Um, he seems to be the type that is always on the outlook for magical moments, synchronicity, miracles, and he is also very mindful about being positive because he believes that being in this vibe and frequency is very important to life in general, um, and that this energy kind of you know radiates to other people as well, and that will involve him in much more positive interactions with other people, because what you give out you receive in return. He believes in karma, so it is all about being positive and also doing it in a way that it gets very contagious to others. um it is very important to him to show love and kindness to the world. He is someone who likes to show the people around him that he cherishes them and that he deeply cares for them. He's very into deeper, meaningful relationships with other people. He is very mindful when it comes to connecting with other people and what kind of vibes that he is sending them. He's definitely a person that is very into cleansing and detoxifying a lot of times, meaning that I think that he meditates a lot. He's very mindful with what how his thinking is, because he really believes in karma. He really believes in being in the positive energy bubble. So he has a lot of respect for that. So whenever he feels that things are getting hard, he will try to cleanse and detoxify himself and his mind. He's also very focused on service. He is all about giving people support, attention, encouragement, motivation, inspiring other people. He wants to give something back to the community. He wants to be giving something to the world. He wants to mean something to the world. He wants to be seen as someone who is meaningful to society. He is also a lover of life. He just radiates love, and he really celebrates love in all its glory. He believes in deeper connection with other people. He believes in um, having meaningful connections. Oops. Oh dear. Um, but it seems like that he can sometimes be too much focused on people pleasing, and maybe might allow people to step all over him and even, kind of treat him poorly. This is the result of him. You see that as people backstab him, people hurting him. He's in a lot of pain. He's pinned down to the ground. And that is because he's being too kind. So there is kind of like a negative aspect to that as well, being, someone who is all about love and kindness, because that, some people just don't appreciate and take, those things for granted, and they start step all over you. And this is what sometimes happens to Felix. He loves to celebrate life. He's very outgoing. He's very open hearted, very open minded. He doesn't mind standing out in crowds, because he can easily be the life of the party, but that is not what it's all about. He doesn't care about that. Um, he is much more fueled by his intense desire for, connections with other people on a meaningful level, and on an emotional level. He likes to devote his energy and resources into nurturing his relationships with others. Um, and it is very important to him to actually show the people that are close to him, that are his friends, his family, that he deeply cares for them. And he is the type of person who is very sensitive and very emotional. It is easy to, um, because he's so sensitive, he also a lot of times end up being in a very vulnerable position. People take advantage of him, um, because I think that he easily finds beauty and fascination in everything, and he approaches things with such a childlike curiosity. He is, I don't know, you can call him naive. It's like he's too pure. He's definitely a person that is very popular. He's, he is really being noticed by a lot of people because he is a natural uh, magnet in public. And he's received a lot of acknowledgement, and he has become very famous. But he's not the type that is about material goods. He's not about, taking uh, he's not about the rewards. He's not about the money or the fame or whatever comes with this acknowledgement. Um, as I say, I think that he is kind of childlike. He has a childlike curiosity about everything. He just, have this deep desire to know why everything is as they are. He's very philosophical. Um, he's also very easygoing, and I think hanging out with him is kind of like therapy. He fills people with very good vibes. He's very warm-hearted. He's very friendly. He's very approachable. It is very easy for him to make friends. So his circle is very large. And I don't know much about Felix, to be honest. I hardly know anything about him. I've seen a couple of clips somewhere on social media, and he is really well, he got my attention because he's really a good dancer, and and um and uh and there is something about his style, about the way he is, that draws my attention to him. So I do think that he is a magnet for attention. Just a sip of my coffee, guys. I always need coffee when I read for you guys, because I think I talk too much and my throat gets dry, my mouth gets dry, and I just need to, fill it up with some coffee. Um, yeah, his circle is quite large, but unfortunately, because he is this naive and pure person, I'm not saying that he's naive as in he is being easily hmm, well, he is naive because people take advantage of him. People step all over him, and he doesn't stand up for himself enough. And he's also very disorganized, and this results in him being very stressed because of his own disorganized self. He's kind of like chaotic in his surroundings. Um, he doesn't really plan for anything. He's the type of person that probably has a very messy apartment, who probably never finds the things that he needs. He always forget where he leaves his stuff. He's very like that. That's the vibe that I get from him. I also think that he easily let people in who has not yet earned his trust. He is very open to people because he's trying to be friendly. He's trying to be nice. He tries to please people, and sometimes he's not guarded enough. He lets about everyone into his life without knowing the intentions, without really knowing them, and and he trusts them blindly. And that's a weakness of him. Oh dear, that is too much. Oops. I cannot take all those cards. Where did you go? I'm messing up everything here. This one fell out. This one fell out as well. He's very non-jaded and he's very honest. There's nothing, he doesn't keep anything a secret. He doesn't, what you see is what you get. He's very honest. He doesn't hide anything. He is just the way he is. He expresses the things that he likes, and the way he dressed, the way he talked, the way he walks, the everything is just authentic when it comes to him. Um, but he struggles. He definitely struggles, because being such a nice person sometimes is not. It's not always an advantage, because people, as I say, they are bullies at times, and they will treat you badly, poorly, for no reason at all. And he is, he is in the same situation as everyone else. Sometimes people judge him, sometimes people bully him for no reason at all. So it is hard. It is hard. And also, he lets people in too early, a lot of times, without knowing their true intentions. um how is he as a romantic partner? Let's see. How is he as a romantic partner? How is Felix as a romantic partner? He's definitely all about love. He's all about love. He's all about happiness. He's all about fulfillment. He really wants that type of love. He is, as a romantic partner, he's very warm, very passionate, and very open hearted. He is, um, he is there to, just as his personality, he is like that as a romantic partner as well. He walks in with this idea that every everyone is to be trusted. So it's good and it's bad at the same time. He's open, but sometimes maybe too open, without knowing people's true intentions. But he's also kind of filled with dreams and hopes. He's very, optimistic. He brings this energy also, to his romantic partners. And sometimes he can get overly invested because he doesn't hold back, because he's all about love. He's all about showing his emotions. He's all about love bombing his romantic partners. He wants to show them that he cares and he cherishes them. And sometimes that can be too much. He can be very overly invested because he doesn't hold back. And instead of focusing on working on certain issues, or take, one step at a time, he'll jump straight to the honeymoon phase. So he's always constantly finding ways to show his devotion and dedication, and is always trying to be loving, caring, supportive. And it's good in one way, but not everyone can match this intensity, unfortunately. Even though he means well, not everyone, handles that. And he will be left with questions why things are not working out. He doesn't understand that, you know, things sometimes, sometimes a relationship needs time to develop. Sometimes you need time to get to know the other person, to, and it's all about adjustment. It's all about give and take. And he doesn't understand why his relationships are not working out. Um, because he has this belief that love is fate, and there is a cosmic sense to it, because as I said, he is very intuitive. He's very into magical moments, synchronicity, and all that. um and I, as a tarot reader, I am like that as well. But he is very naive to, a lot of things. He doesn't kind of, um he doesn't think things through. That's the problem. He just jump into whatever, and straight to the honeymoon phase. He doesn't see trouble or problems with anything. He doesn't see an issue with anything at all. So he becomes very intense, because he thinks that what is meant to be is meant to be. Um, and he definitely, wants to add value to his relationships, but he needs to learn to slow down. He needs to take things one step at a time. He is very warm, he's very kind, so there's nothing wrong about that. He's very loving, and for his romantic partners to walk away from him is not easy either, because they do feel that he is genuine. They do know that he's trying his best, but it's just too much at times. So unless he meet the right type of person that matches this energy, it is going to be hard for him to find someone who is able to, um, to have him as a partner who is that intense. But however, he is the type of person who wants to add value to the world. He wants to express his creativity through the things he does. Now I'm back to his career aspect, his work ethics, um, because we are already done talking about his romantic relationships. Um, because we see here this card can also represent uh, a work relation. So he is very dedicated to his work. He's very trustworthy when it comes to his work relations as well. Let's see if there is anything else to know about how he is as a career person. Well, he's definitely not the type that would try to boss you around. He's not a leader. He is not. He will contribute whatever he can, the best way he can. He's very creative. He's very multi-talented, and 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 he loves to express himself creatively through the things that he does. And he also is as I say, very multi-talented. So it's not just one thing that he does. He does a lot of things. So there is never lack of options at all. There's never lack of options. If something is difficult, I think it is about choosing the right options. And since he is not the one who likes to boss around, most of the time he lets other people take those decisions for him. Um, yeah, but he is definitely the type of guy who tries his best to contribute the best way that he can. Just the last few cards before we go on. So he's trying his best. He's not doing this because he wants to be rich. He's not doing this because he wants to be famous. But he is, a magnetic person. He does, contribute to a lot of things that draws attention to him, because he is so talented, because he expresses himself in such a special way. And people do find those traits very attractive and very magnetic. But he's also very friendly and authentic, and that is also something that a lot of people appreciates. So all in all, he is, a person, a good role model for a lot of people, and also is a worthy um, person to represent the art that he does. People appreciate the way that he represents himself. So even though he's humble and all that, he's actually a very great, I don't know to call him a pop star. Yeah. Um, he's definitely, he has earned his spotlight, to put it that way. Um, so this is a little bit about Felix from Stray Kids. I don't know if I've answered all your questions. There's probably a lot more to discuss, but this is a little bit about him. I hope that whoever asked for this reading is content with what I have to say. If anyone else has any comments, questions, or whatever, please leave a comment in the comment section and we'll see to it. Okay. But just remember one thing. I just wanted to say this. A lot of times I get comments in the comment section, but it might be a reading that I have done like 3 months ago. And if you suddenly ask me to clarify one specific card in that reading that I did 3 months ago, it is very hard because I do a lot of readings on a daily basis. I read for celebrities, I read personal readings, you know, and I do a lot of readings, sometimes like 10 plus readings within a day. For me to kind of remember the context of a reading from 3 months ago, that is impossible. So I won't be able to answer those questions. So unless you comment like within a few days, I will still be able to remember the reading and, maybe some of the cards. But if you come very long time afterwards, I most probably won't remember what the reading was even about. So please apologize. I want to apologize beforehand that if I sometimes don't respond to those questions, it is because that I am not able to remember. And if I am to answer those questions, I have to see my own recording over again. And, I just don't feel like doing that just to reply to one certain questions. Um, but if you ask in immediately after a reading, the chances for me to actually remember what I did or what I said, it is more likely. Anyways, thank you for watching. And if you like my content, please consider to subscribe and remember to check out my Patreon as well. Okay, bye bye everyone.